Today we're going to be talking about umbrella liability coverage. Hope you enjoy. Have you ever heard somebody use the term umbrella or umbrella liability or umbrella liability coverage? May not be something that you hear every day, but it's certainly something that you want to have a pretty good understanding of and what the purpose is. So if you think about an umbrella as a whole, what's the point of an umbrella? Well, you think about an umbrella and it's giving you protection, keeps you in out of the rain, keeps you protected from the weather. Well, if you use that same analogy when you think about umbrella liability coverage, it's doing something similar. So if you think about liability coverage as a whole, the purpose of liability coverage is to protect you against things that might occur that you're responsible for. Maybe you're in a serious automobile accident. Maybe somebody gets hurt on your property. Maybe you own rental property and somebody gets hurt on that rental property. So with the umbrella liability coverage, this is additional coverage that a person can pick up above and beyond their automobile liability coverage or their home liability. And one of the reasons they use that term umbrella is because this is one contract and it can lay over both of those scenarios. It can lay it over your auto coverage as well as your home. So it's providing additional protection in both of those scenarios. Well, why would somebody even want or consider something like that? Well, if you think about automobile insurance, oftentimes with a lot of carriers, maybe the most liability coverage you get is $500,000. $500,000 sounds like quite a bit of money, but consider if you were standing before a judge and you were a defendant, and you were defending in the scenario where you were in an automobile accident, there's a fatality. So as a defendant, you caused that accident. You've taken their life in that automobile accident, and they were producing income. They were providing for a family. Now it's your responsibility to financially offset that revenues that family has now seen. So you're talking about replacing maybe income for the rest of that individual's life, whatever their human life value was. And when you start talking about those kind of numbers, $500,000 becomes smaller and smaller. So it turns out that the judge determines that claim is, let's just say $1.5 million. Well, your automobile insurance is going to pay $500,000. And then you're out the other $1 million in your pocket. So if you have assets, if you own a home, if you have savings accounts, if you have investment accounts, things like that, those can be subject to attachment by the court to make that a plaintiff whole. So you can lose all these assets that you attempted to build and accrue for you and your family over your lifetime. The purpose then again for the umbrella is to add an additional layer of protection so that if you're in that catastrophic once in a lifetime event, it doesn't end up wiping you out. The same scenario can occur if you own a home. So if you've got that umbrella coverage, it adds that extra layer. Let's say you've got $1 million of umbrella coverage. It adds that extra $1 million of coverage on top of your home liability. So if you're in that once in a lifetime catastrophic event, but it's related to your home, and there's a claim being filed on your home liability, and that claim ends up exceeding the amount of coverage that you've got, you now have this umbrella that's laying on top to give you an additional layer of $1 million or $2 million or whatever amount of coverage you have. So then you get into, well, how much coverage should I have? There's not really a magic number, but the Certified Financial Planning Board recommends that a person carry 2.5 times their net assets or adjusted gross income, whichever's greater. So again, you're trying to protect against that scenario that can basically wipe you out and start you back at the beginning again. If you own rental property, of course, there can be liability there. This umbrella can address that. In most cases, if you're purchasing umbrella coverage, usually it's going to go where you have your automobile insurance with. As a general rule, that's the way that if you're buying umbrella, there are some carriers that have standalone umbrella where you don't, it doesn't matter who you have your home and auto with. However, most companies that offer umbrella coverage are going to require that you carry a certain level limit on your auto, because that umbrella isn't anticipating coming into play unless the claims get up into a larger dollar. So if you have questions about this, anything else related to home auto insurance or retirement planning, please don't hesitate to give Terry or myself a call here at Westside Advisors and Insurance Services. I hope you have a great week.